Hey, back again. Today is an 8-6 day. We're going to clean up some of the floor so I can put in the boxes that I made. These are for the Rollcage main hoop to sit on. So what we've got to do is clean. There's a whole bunch of seam sealer around where these need to go. We've got to clean that off and then put these in place so we can make the main hoop work. So I'll show you where we're working. So this is where our main hoop is going to go. And we've made these boxes to fit in here, roughly like this. But around where I need to weld everything in is a bunch of seam sealer, which you can see all here, which is a gluey type stuff that they put in when they build the car. So what I need to do is clean up the area where I'm going to weld so that it'll actually work. So yeah, well, I'm going to use a wire wheel at first and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, I suspect this is going to suck a bit, so alright, let's get started. I got the wire wheel attached and we're ready to try and clean. We just got to hold the wiring loom up so I don't hit it, but let's see how bad this is. Not too bad. Oh, we're quite good. It's messy. That's sick. So surprisingly that didn't take too long. It only took about 5 minutes. So we'll I'll go do the other side. You don't need to see that one, it's the same thing again. So yeah, I'll come back once it's done. Alright, so we're all cleaned up now and you can see where I did the grinding. So we've cleaned up all down here. I've left that bit in the middle because it's going to be covered up anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I just cleaned where I have to weld. So we're good to stick the boxes in. We'll put the box in, but they're just temporary. They need to be loose so that we can make the rest of the cage, and then once we do that, we pull the box out and drop the cage down so we can weld the top edge of the cage. So we'll put them in. I've got to trim a section off the main hoop now so that it matches the height that we've made the boxes. Then we'll tack the main hoop to the box so that it holds it in place, and then we'll make the front legs. And then once we've made the front legs, we'll weld them in place, then we can weld the box in place and so on. So yeah, we'll go grab the main hoop and cut some off it. I have to measure first actually, so hang a second, we'll just do a measurement. So as it sits at the moment, the main hoop actually sits right on the bottom. And now that we've got the box sitting in place, obviously we only need it to mount up to here. So what I'm going to do, I'll measure from the bottom to there, which is about 164. So I'll trim 164 off the main hoop and then we'll sit it on top of there. Alright, so I got the main hoop, so we have to cut the measure we had over there, which I think was 163 or 4. I'm going to go through 163 just because I'd rather it be, you know, we might just go 160. I'd rather we have to squish it in than it be too short. 160, and I'll just mark the other one. It's in. It's on the boxes. Currently, there's a bolt up the top here on both sides that this is leaning in. You actually need to have a little bit of lean back on this just to make sure I get enough clearance for my seat. But as far as box position and bar, yeah, I'll pretty much just take the bolt out that it's leaning on, lean it past the bolt and go from there. But over at the sides, we've got like 5mm gap to the pillar, not even. And then here, you don't need it. We might put some gussets into here just to look fancy. And the same on that side. Yeah. Turns out 160 was the right cut. Sorry, distracted. Yeah, we just do a tack to hold it in place so we can make the front legs, which will come down through here and drop down next to the dash. I think they come down, yeah, somewhere. They come down there through the dash. Once the front legs are done, those will probably just go to the floor. No need for a box there. I wanted the box at the back to lift it up. So. I don't think I can do the tack. I need someone to hold it in place while I'm doing it. I'm here on my own today. I'll wait for that. And we'll just move on to something else. Alright, we'll jump over the front bar. So when I did the front bar first, we had it held in with, we drilled holes and we had it held in with nuts and bolts. But that's a pain in the bum to get out. So we'll put some nut certs in it, or riv nuts, whatever you want to call them. So down here, we've got a hole already made. So I'm going to pull off the front bar, drill those out so we can put the nutsert in, and then we can hold on them properly with some fancy nuts and bolts. Well, no nuts, just bolts. So we'll do that now. Yeah. I'll move the camera so you can see. So we're going to put in M6 bolts, and that's what a nutsert looks like there. So we have to drill the holes here for this to fit in. So it's literally, I always double check and measure the size, but for an M6 you have to drill a 9mm hole for this to fit through. It drops in, then we have a tool that clamps it up. So we'll drill the holes. So now I'll just try this in. Snug, but slides in. That's exactly what we want. Now let's get the nutsert tool out, which looks very much like a riveter, but it has some funky attachments. So we take off this. This goes through the back. Lines in. And this one's on the front. This way. Mr. Nutsert. One's on the end. Put him in and squish him. This is actually a little bit difficult, but and then find it out, and it's in. The good thing with this is I can check underneath and make sure that it's squashed up, and then we just take our new M6 bolt and it goes. Simple as that. Now I've got another 3 to do. So we'll do that, put the bar on, good to go. Alright, front bar, here we come, wrap them on, line up our holes, get our fancy washers and nuts. Okay, that's all them done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Much easier to put on now. And then we just cable tie the corners because it couldn't get knocked off. I have a front lip for this too that goes under the bar that supports the bar at the bottom. So should be good to go. We'll check out what it looks like closed. It's always nice to see progress. Go. Pretty good. I kind of want to put the front lip on just because it looks good. There we go. That's it for this one. We'll come back to the 8.6. We'll do either the cage or we'll put in, we've got some front knuckles to try out. We're trying some cut and shut stuff. Me and a friend, Troy, are working together to hopefully come up with a cost-friendly front knuckle for these, because at the moment you've got Wisefab Parchment Max, and then soon you'll have Inertia MS, so Stewie Bryant, which is what we're actually going to get to run in this, but I want to try some other options for like people in the future so they don't have to spend bulk cash to get lock. So yeah, we'll either be putting some knuckles in or we'll continue on with the roll cage. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.